everybody, today I'll be showing off all my custom German designs out of Lego. So here I have the Flak 88. It has working gears. This one's not extremely doesn't work very well, but the other one does. It has an elevating gun. It has a seat for a person to sit on. Just needs to be extended out. And it has the front optional armor, of course, that can easily be taken off or easily broken. So here is it without the armor. I have the stands for it. And that's pretty much it for the Flak 88. Next, I have my Liege 18. It has a trailer hook at the back, an annoying stud because they don't make one with all around except for one. Of course, I have to use an all-around studded brick. It has pretty wide armor, and the front cannon design can elevate and depress. And wheels can turn, just not easily. Of course, if you do, it can roll when you want it to. And it's just connected by that. I will eventually make tutorials if you guys are interested in that. But this is the Liege 18. I made that design a while ago. Then I have my German half-track. The front looks okay, but this is my sort of style on my take on the style. Of course, you'll see Moldgode. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he has a realistic style, really grounded, realistic dirt feel. Try Coldman 23 has a more of a homemade mishmash look, which I really enjoy and might be copying his style since he hasn't uploaded in like forever. Well, at least one of it. He still does constant live streams, which I don't really watch. I'm not interested in gaming. But he hasn't posted stop motion in what, like, 3, I don't even know anymore. But my style is kind of the mix of the realistic and sort of cartoonish, of course, mixed with the mismatch feel, kind of like I know you're watching this video, Quick Bricks, or you do seem to reword your channel name a lot. I know you do the more modern mishmatch approach, and I will be doing sort of a mix of old and new. I'll most likely be using newer stuff, but it'll still have that mishmash feel. So that's just explaining the styles. So it has opening doors. And I would like to attach a trailer hitch at the back, but unfortunately I can't do that. Sort of the side square, where a square is just slightly tilted to the side. So that's that. And in there we have the driver's thing, and the machine gun. In the front we have the 2 headlights, and the front part was the main difficulty I had with it, simply because of the shaping I had to get, and I had to make, alright, that's fine as it is, and know when to stop. So here I have some pretty rare pieces right there, just used to make the that, like the wheel well, and using some illegal techniques right here. And then trying to get those small slits was a bit difficult, and just the shaping of this is overall pretty difficult. Then I have my Flak 38, not to be confused with the other variant, which had 4 quad barrels. Starting off with the front, this was probably the most easiest to produce because I saw Snooper King's video about the about that knockoff set, and I really like the design of it, so I just went with this. And along with putting binoculars at the side was a good compromise, since I didn't have like the adjuster scope piece that Davey Bricks uses a lot in his mocks. I do take him as an inspiration. He's sort of my style, but not exactly, as I don't really have bricklink or whatnot. So it has an elevating gun and depressing gun, I think. No, I don't think it has a depressing gun. This is as low as it goes, so I don't think that counts as depression. But it can go pretty much all the way up until the minifigure hands stop it. That's the highest it can go, and it can stop right about there. And this main this is what I had the most difficulty with. I actually had to steal one of these circle pieces from the half track that I didn't show the other side of, because it's missing a wheel. The main body is the most difficulty I had with it. At first, I was trying to make it rotate, and it just made it too tall. Then I realized that Snooper King's, in his video, he didn't have it rotating, so I assumed it didn't rotate and was just fixed in place. So here I have this, which doesn't do anything, it's just for aesthetic purposes. It doesn't actually move when you do that. Same with the Flak 88. But then it has this back seat piece that just goes on like so. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my German vehicle collection. Well, not really vehicle, more like equipment. However, the guns might count as equipment, so I'm not exactly sure. If you want me to do any more like my Allied vehicles collection, or my like different countries collection, like Great Britain collection, which I have none of, you can always recommend You can always recommend that. You can always recommend a tank, or I hopefully you don't do a tank, because that's just so painful on my end. I have to get the tracks. I have to get everything correct and not make it too tall like my last Sherman attempt. But I can do artillery, anti-aircraft, half tracks, and like Jeeps. I used to have an Allied Jeep though. Unfortunately, I destroyed it to make the half track. And lastly, I guess, if you guys want to see minifigure scale, I will show the minifigure scale in each one of my designs. So here's the Flak 38. Here's a minifigure to scale with it. And then here's the minifigure sitting down and actually using the vehicle. Here's the minifigure scale with a half track. Here's the minifigure using the half track. And you have to actually take the arms off to actually fit him in there, because it's such a thin space. But here is a minifigure scaled to artillery, to the Liege 18, which here's him using it, I guess. This is completely how you use artillery. And here's the minifigure to scale with the Flak 38. Here's him using the Flak Flak 88, not 38. Also, I assume the Flak 38 was made in the year 1938, but why do Germans have such odd numbering for their weapons? Like, I get Americans have odd numberings, but the Germans are just a lot of this. Flak 88 wasn't developed in 1988, it was developed in the 1940s. So here's the minifigure using it with it, using the Flak 88. Now with I think it's the Panzer Grenade. Quote me if tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm always, oops, that part just fell off. This is the minifigure using it with the Panzer Grenade on it. I'm not sure if that's the actual term. Here's a minifigure to scale without him actually using it. And yeah, that is it. Bye.